Patrick Daniel Tillman Jr. was a professional American football player for the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL, who left his sports career and enlisted in the United States Army in May 2002 in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. His service in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as subsequent death, were the subject of national attention. His death was surrounded in conspiracy, and as attention increased, it was eventually revealed that he was killed by friendly fire. After playing 4 seasons in the NFL, Tillman joined the Army Rangers and served several combat tours before he was killed in the mountains of Afghanistan. At first, the Army reported that Tillman had been killed by enemy fire. A month later, however, on the 28th of May 2004, the Pentagon notified the Tillman family that he was actually killed by fire from his own side. The family and other critics alleged that the Department of Defense delayed the disclosure until weeks after Tillman's memorial service, out of a desire to protect the image of the US military. In 2007, the Pentagon released a report ruling Tillman's death as accidental. Tillman was posthumously promoted from specialist to corporal. He also posthumously received the Silver Star and Purple Heart medals. A boy from the Golden State. Patrick Daniel Tillman was born on the 6th of November 1976 in Fremont, California. Raised in a patriotic family, he developed a strong sense of duty and responsibility. Pat, alongside his younger brother, Kevin, displayed an early passion for sports. Their competitive spirit was nurtured by their father, Patrick Tillman Sr., who served in the United States Army. Pat Tillman's football journey began in Leyland High School in San Jose, where he excelled as a linebacker. His talent earned him a scholarship to Arizona State University. At ASU, he became a standout player for the Sun Devils, showcasing his determination and leadership on the field. In 1997, he was named the Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year, among many other academic and sporting accolades. The NFL. In the 1998 NFL Draft, Tillman was selected as the 226th pick by the Arizona Cardinals. Tillman moved over to play the safety position in the NFL and started 10 of 16 games in his rookie season. At one point in his NFL career, Tillman turned down a 5-year, $9 million contract offer from the St. Louis Rams out of loyalty to the Cardinals. He quickly became a key player for the Cardinals, known for his tenacity and commitment. Tillman's career in the NFL spanned 4 seasons, but in 2002, he made a life-altering decision. The War on Terror. The terrorist attacks on the 11th of September 2001 deeply affected Tillman. Driven by a sense of duty and patriotism, he made the remarkable choice to leave his NFL career behind and enlist in the US Army. Alongside his brother Kevin, Tillman joined the elite Army Rangers, demonstrating his commitment to serving his country in a time of war. The two brothers completed the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program in late 2002 and were assigned to the 2nd Ranger Battalion in Fort Lewis, Washington. Tillman resided in University Place with his wife before being deployed to Iraq. After participating in the initial invasion of Iraq as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom, in September 2003 he entered Ranger School at Fort Benning, Georgia, where he graduated on the 28th of November 2003. Tillman was subsequently deployed to Afghanistan and posted at Forward Operating Base Salerno. Tillman's decision to forego the comfort and celebrity of his NFL career for the challenges and sacrifices of military service was a profound and personal choice. It reflected his belief in the principles of duty, honour and sacrifice. Blue on Blue. On the 22nd of April 2004, he was initially reported to have been killed by enemy combatants. An Afghan militia force allied soldier, Syed Farhad, was also killed in the action. Tillman's platoon leader, First Lieutenant David Uthlaut, and his radio telephone operator, 19-year-old Jade Lane, were wounded in the incident. The Army initially claimed that Tillman and his unit were attacked in an apparent ambush on a road outside of the village of Spera, about 25 miles southwest of Khost, near the Pakistan border. It was not until after his burial that investigations by the Department of Defense and US Congress were launched, eventually ruling his death as having come by friendly fire. An investigation by the US Army Criminal Investigation Division concluded that Tillman and the Afghan militia soldier were killed by friendly fire when one Allied group fired upon another in confusion after nearby gunfire was mistakenly believed to be from enemy combatants. The CID report summary, dated from the 19th of March 2007, stated that, during their movement through the Canyon Road, Serial 2 was ambushed and became engaged in a running gun battle with enemy combatants. Serial 1 had just passed through the same canyon without incident and were approximately 1 kilometre ahead of Serial 2. Upon hearing explosions, gunfire, and sporadic radio communication from Serial 2, Serial 1 dismounted their vehicles and moved on foot to a more advantageous position to provide overwatch and fire support for Serial 2's movement out of the ambush. Upon exiting the gorge, and despite attempts by Serial 1 to signal a friendly position, occupants of the lead vehicle of Serial 2 opened fire on Tillman's position, where he was fatally shot. The revelation of the friendly fire incident raised serious questions about the military's handling of the situation, the accuracy of the initial reports, and the subsequent cover-up. The Tillman family, devastated by the loss of their son, sought answers and accountability. Aftermath. In the aftermath of Pat Tillman's death, the Tillman family faced not only the grief of losing a loved one, but also the frustration of incomplete information and misinformation. The subsequent investigations shed light on the friendly fire incident and the attempts to conceal the truth. On the 24th of April 2007, Specialist Brian O'Neill, the last soldier known to see Pat Tillman alive, testified before the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform that he was warned by superiors not to divulge information that a fellow soldier killed Tillman, especially to the Tillman family. Later, Pat Tillman's brother, Kevin, who was also in the convoy, travelling behind his brother at the time of the 2004 incident in Afghanistan, but did not witness it, testified that the military tried to spin his brother's death to deflect attention from the emerging failings in the Afghan war. A report described in the Washington Post on the 4th of May 2005, prepared at the request of Tillman's family by Brigadier General Gary M. Jones, revealed that in the days immediately following Tillman's death, Army investigators were aware that Tillman had been killed by friendly fire, shot 3 times in the head at less than 10 yards away, according to Army doctors. Jones reported that senior Army commanders, including General John Abizaid, knew of this fact within days of the shooting, but nevertheless approved the awarding of the Silver Star, Purple Heart, and a posthumous promotion to the rank of corporal. Jones reported that a member of Tillman's unit burned his body armour and uniform in an apparent attempt to hide the fact that he was killed by friendly fire. His notebook, in which, according to author John Krakauer, Tillman had recorded some of his thoughts on Afghanistan, was also burned, a blatant violation of protocol. Several soldiers were subsequently punished for their actions by being removed from the United States Army Rangers. Jones believed that Tillman should retain his medals and promotion since, according to Jones, he intended to engage the enemy and behaved heroically. The legacy of Pat Tillman extends far beyond his accomplishments on the football field or the battlefield. He became a symbol of selflessness, integrity, and sacrifice. The Pat Tillman Foundation, established in his honour, provides scholarships to military veterans and their spouses, embodying Tillman's commitment to service and education. The controversy surrounding Tillman's death prompted discussions about the military's transparency, the impact of wartime propaganda, and the complexities faced by those who choose to serve. His story serves as a stark reminder of the sacrifices made by individuals in uniform and the importance of truth and accountability. In conclusion, Pat Tillman's life was a journey marked by athleticism, patriotism, and ultimately sacrifice. His decision to leave the NFL and join the Army Rangers demonstrated an unwavering commitment to principles larger than himself. While his death was surrounded by controversy and a subsequent cover-up, Tillman's legacy endures as an emblem of courage, honour, and the enduring call to serve something greater than oneself. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like. And for more amazing tales and thrilling stories, don't forget to subscribe to Uncovered Secrets. Also, hit the bell icon to stay notified for every release.